Welcome to 3 If by Land. Some of you are not going to believe what we're doing. What is that thing back there? What is that thing back there? Woo! It's been a long road to be back out in that vehicle with that trailer going on an adventure. So I got to do some lubrication there on the front end. It's making some noise. Hopefully we'll get all that excess noise figured out here in the next day or two. So you are driving the Hummer and pulling the trailer on a trail. How's it going, baby?
Good so far. The trail's not hard.
No, I like easy trails.
Yeah.
You know, we used to go out and I would just be looking for obstacles and hard trails, and not anymore. It doesn't matter. We just want to be somewhere quiet, peaceful, beautiful.
Definitely.
So coming from the south, this first leg of the BDR coming up out of Dolores is a lot more trail than we were expecting. You know, a lot of the BDR is kind of maintained or semi-maintained forest roads, etc. But this is really, a lot of it is, you know, very much unmaintained trail. And I do believe that it eases up. I think that's probably why a lot of people will start from the north and drive all the way down to Telluride and say, okay, we're hopping off the BDR at that point. Or they'll start at Telluride and then head north. I think it's just a lot different trail. This is more very tight forest road. If you've got a large rig, you know, it's tight. Okay, one thing you can do to avoid that actual real 4x4 trail section that we just went through, especially if you have a larger rig, you can hop on 527. We're on 527 now, and that's what it looks like. The friends that are going to meet us, we're going to have them take 527 to then come find our campsite, because one of the guys is pulling. He's in a full-size truck with a large off-road trailer, and I think that's just really tight in there. You know, we were in 4 low for a lot of that, and in 4 high for all of it. That wasn't 4 low stuff, and you know, that was just more than we were looking for on our first trail back after 3 years. Well, we found camp for the night. A beautiful, wide open space that can fit a couple more rigs. So pretty awesome. Oh, it is so good to be back out. It's so good to be back in our Hummer doing something, honestly, we kind of had given up on just with all of the years. If you're new to 3 If by Land, it's a long story. I'm not going to hash it all out. But let me tell you what it took to get here today. We started off in 4 corners where Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, and Utah all join in. Utah. Arizona. Well, you have been to Four Corners now.
Yes, I have.
What'd you think?
It's about what I thought it would be.
I came here when I was a kid with my parents on one of our summer getaways. And I mean, there's buildings here now, kind of, but not much else has changed. And fun fact, Four Corners of Arizona, New Mexico, Utah, and Colorado, well, it's not really in the right spot. I don't know if it's fact or conspiracy theory or rumor, but apparently it's about a mile away from where it should actually be. So, anyway, but if you are wanting to do every mile of the Colorado BDR, you gotta come here, because this is where it begins. And then we took a very hot, deserty road to make our way here. So if you start the Colorado BDR from the south section, it begins there in Four Corners, and then you head north. You're going to spend some time on paved road, and then you end up near Dolores, Colorado, which is about 90 minutes north of Four Corners. And then at that point, you get on the unpaved section of the BDR. We're looking forward to getting there because it's going to be a lot cooler. Because right now the temperature on our rear view mirror is reading 99 or 100 degrees. And we'd like to get to a little bit more elevation and where there's some trees to provide some shade.
We have made it to Cortez. We're at the Loves getting some gas now. This is kind of where you're going to want to stop and fuel up and get any supplies that you might need before you start heading north.
So shortly after Cortez, you go into a whole different world where there's water and greenery and trees in the really cute town of Dolores. So just outside of Dolores, we've entered into the San Juan National Forest. That rhymes. Dolores Forest. Okay, sorry, it's been a long day. I'm kind of nerded out right now. But this is really beautiful in here. And our plan now is to kind of find an awesome campsite for the night. And then we have some friends meeting up with us. We're actually going to go camping with friends. Good morning. Well, we're not alone anymore. So if you guys want to just bounce around, introduce yourselves real quick. Some new friends, some old friends, and a daughter. So Bailey, we'll start with you. Who are you?
I'm Bailey.
All right. I'm Jeff.
Tony.
Mikeland.
Uriah.
Shauna.
And Doug.
So we met Doug and his family at Overland Expo like 5 years ago?
Yeah.
Something like that. Met Tony 12 hours ago. But we've talked on the phone a bunch of times and texted a bunch of times. So we're going to hit the trail. We got a long way to go. We're going to Telluride today, and then beyond, we're going to camp. If all goes well, you know we're in a Hummer, so if all goes well, we're going to be camping near Corkscrew Pass. And right now, the weather is amazing. What did you guys think of this campsite?
Awesome. Oh, yeah.
Huge. We could have brought more people.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Originally, this trip was going to be with 7 rigs, but over time, we think we started planning this in March. And over time, life changed for some people and things happened. So we're on 3 rigs, 3 trailers, doing the Colorado BDR.
So we have left camp for the second leg of this trip. Last night was really nice. That campsite was perfect. Really quiet. Not a lot of traffic on this road, which was nice. And I think we all slept pretty good. A little chilly. I think tonight's going to be really chilly because we're going to be up above 10,000 feet.
Yes.
So
You know what I want to do? I want to run the heater. I want to run the Truma heater. I was hoping we would get at least one night to run it on out on the BDR, because we've only run it in a campground and it's summertime, so we want to take advantage, right?
definitely.
Got a little mark right there.
Yeah. It's like a tattoo.
Yep.
Only with better stories.
Yes. All right, so along the way, you run into some sections where you got these kind of makeshift gates that you got to open. And this one, to kind of keep the cattle in, you just want to make sure when you open a closed gate that you close it when you're done. If it's open when you get there, leave it open when you go through. Pretty much a standard rule. We've looked at the Dweller for quite some time. It's a super cool trip. I'll tell you what, this part of Colorado is incredibly beautiful. We've never spent much time here. It's really nice. So Natalie just kicked on the pusher fans up front on the radiator. We weren't even really hot. I think she said we were like 206. We'll kick the fans on, drop that temperature down to like 185, 190. We're just really temperature sensitive these days. I'm really loving all of these aspen trees in this section. Aspen trees are one of the coolest trees in Colorado or in the Rocky Mountain region. They're just so gorgeous. You can see the white bark on them. How beautiful is that? There's tons of cattle in this area.
Thinking about going for a swim down there, Jeff?
There's tons of cattle in this area, and the little cattle pond there.
We told you Ray he could use his life straw.
If he uses his life straw, I'll jump in and do a cannonball. So Natalie, this is your first time in a long time of driving the Hummer and trailer off-road.
Yes.
You're doing awesome.
Well, thank you.
It's a thing where you just gotta get your nerve back, and just to pick you're really picking lines for the trailer more than you are for the Hummer.
Yeah, this is an easy trail for the Hummer, but I'm always concerned about tipping that trailer over. But it's really very capable, so.
It is. And we've done some modifications on it. We took out 10 inches of height out of that trailer to get our weight down lower, our weight distribution lower, and our packing of it. We've been really specific about keeping weight to the bottom of the trailer the best we can. So it rides really well. People tip trailers, like off-road trailers, they flop them or roll them when they're just either in a place they should never take a trailer, or they're just using too much gas pedal, too much throttle, too much right foot, instead of just going easy. Going easy, I don't think we'll ever roll this thing.
All right, so we just finished up that more two-track section of the BDR, not very well maintained. Now we're on more of it's a gravel road, but it's very well maintained part, and we're kind of running alongside some major power lines here.
Right off here to the side is Groundhog Reservoir. This is the Montezuma Valley Irrigation Company Reservoir. Look how pretty that is. That's really cool. right, quick little stop at the reservoir to stretch the legs. There are pit toilets there if you need to dump a cassette toilet or just use the restroom yourself, which is a really great thing. I didn't see the fuel anywhere. My guess is it's just fuel for boats, but we're all fine on fuel, so it doesn't matter. But really cool place, met some nice people. So I'll tell you what, it makes us a little envious when you get out here and you meet people that live out here and they're just relaxed and happy.
Aren't you sweet?
Here you go, baby. So if you're heading BDR north and you get out past Groundhog Reservoir, there's so many wildflowers. It's absolutely gorgeous. You still drive through a little bit of privately held land before you get back into the San Juan National Forest, but man, beautiful wildflowers, beautiful aspen trees. It's a little bit of a climb outside of the reservoir, as you could probably imagine, but I mean, nothing difficult at all.
All right, we decided to stop along the way. We just are kind of getting beat up at 50 psi, so we have air down a little bit. Everybody's kind of stretching their legs and getting a little snack. Left camp about 8:30 this morning. It's now 2:30. We're heading into Telluride, and this is our first time on pavement all day. So it's been a pretty long back road day for us.
So years ago, when Bailey was much smaller, like 6 years old maybe, right up in front of us in the city of Telluride is Imogene Pass. And we did Imogene Pass, camped up there, and Bailey stepped on a what?
A nail.
Stuck a nail right in the bottom of her foot.
Yep.
That was a stressful time. We had to run down back into Telluride, find the local hospital, get her foot all flushed out, all the junk that the nail stuck in her foot taken care of. Are you okay now?
I'm fine.
She's fine.
I'm awesome.
How much pain was that?
A
All right,
lot.
let me ask you, what was worse pain? stepping on the nail or getting your foot flushed out.
Oh, getting my foot flushed out for sure.
She was laying in the
that
hospital
was-
room.
That was like 10 times worse.
Yeah, and the guy keeps getting this like distilled water or whatever it was with a squeegee bottle, putting a laser beam of water right in that hole.
Oh, it hurts so bad.
Oh, that was rough.
Oh, it hurts so bad.
So if you can see down the road, there's Tony with his truck and trailer. He was parked halfway in a yellow zone. So this line of people here is performing a parking protest. In order to secure this spot. Is he coming? He looks awful slow.
He stopped and they went, hey, you're the runner. Oh, here he goes. Okay.
A gentleman pulled his white car up one space, and I was able to pull forward and be perfectly legal.
Nice. We were considering, you thought, no, I'll take the ticket. All right, good. Because we were staging a protest up here,
Oh, okay.
getting a lot of stares from people that wanted to park there.
Yeah, no, that was great. That would have been perfect, but this is even mo better.
Right. Well, and they're up there like, he's getting out of the truck. What's going on?
What's he doing?
Yep. Well, awesome. Man, we did great getting our 3 rigs parked right in town.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Yeah, you figured 3 rigs. That's all with trailers,
All with trailers.
and
yeah,
we're on the main street.
So we're looking for this Greek restaurant we ate at a number of years ago, kind of the day before Bailey stepped on that nail. And it's this kind of outside little garden place with some really awesome Greek food. So Middle Eastern food. Kind of Greek Middle Eastern. We'll just go with that. So we hit the trail today at 8:30 in the morning, and we got onto pavement at about 2:30, shortly after pulling into Telluride. It's been a long, for people that haven't been on a trail in like 3 years, it's been a long day. We're grabbing dinner. We hoped to be here for lunch, but we got a later start, and we just kind of took our time, which was great. And now we're just getting something to eat because we're really hungry.
Yes, very. We haven't eaten today.
We didn't eat breakfast or lunch, so we are starving. But then we got to go find camp tonight, and we have another mountain pass to do if all goes well.
I think several actually, but one big one.
Several and one big one. So we grabbed lunch at Caravan, this Middle Eastern restaurant, not Greek. That's been verified now. And it was really good. And I think everybody feels a lot better. I know, Bailey, you snacked a little bit today, right?
It was a bunch of graham crackers
Graham crackers and a couple blueberries,
and some cheese.
a little bit of cheese. Natalie and I didn't really eat anything all day. We had an iced latte as we started the trail this morning, and we just were starving. You know, you get that feeling where your energy's draining and you get desperate, and you probably didn't drink enough water, so we're all feeling good now.